Hi guys. Hi everyone. Hold on, let me adjust my quote-unquote camera setting here. I'm going to be applying my Valentine's Day set. I figured I have some extra time today, so I would apply them on camera with you. Hi everyone. Oh my goodness, 40 people on here. Hello. Let me see, how's Italy? It is fantastic. I honestly still can't believe that we get to be here. I don't think it's fully set in yet. Hi everyone. Hi guys. I'm going to be applying a set in real time with you guys. I'm just finishing up top coat. Here's the nails I decided on. My friend Danielle said that I should try heart balloons. And I tried them and I failed, and they did not look like balloons. They just looked like little hearts with a tail. So Danielle, if you're watching this, I'm very sorry to disappoint, but I will try again, maybe for the Press On Collective nail art challenge. I'll give that a try. Hi guys. Hello everyone. Hi. I know, sorry, are you ashamed of me? This is what we ended up with, but I did go for Orchid Base from SV. This is one coat on Après Natural Short Round is the shape that I went for today. I'm just top coating them, the last of them, and then I'll get into some prep. I thought the balloons would be cute. They were cute in the inspo, just not mine. Mine were not cute, Amanda. I'm sorry, guys, they were not. All right, I'm gonna take them off of the stand. So my right and my left hand sizes are both the same. They are both, two, in this shape specifically, they're 2, 6, 5.5, 6.5, and 8. But that's not always the case. Some people have different sizes for different hands. Hello. Hi guys. Sorry for my voice, I'm a little sick, but I figured I would do this anyway. What you came up with is still very cute. You know, I just needed something cute for Valentine's Day. I saw inspo for these the other day. I saved it. I'm going to post it on my story because I can't remember the name of the artist, but I thought they were so cute. I just mixed a little bit of white and this light pink color and a drop of top coat to make like a light sheer pink for the heart because I thought it was cute. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure this is cured. My dog wants up right now. Okay. Okay, so for application, you're going to need some type of cuticle pusher. If you're comfortable using a metal one or you have a metal one, you can use that. Cuticle nippers, if you like. You're also going to need a nail file or buffer, or both. Some little micro swabs. These are the ones I have currently, but you'll get plastic ones in your order. You're going to need some alcohol, rubbing alcohol, a brush if you want, and some wipes. I'm just going to use some lint-free wipes that I have here. Hold on, let me see if I'm missing any comments. Hi guys, we're going to apply this set with me. All right, this one is cured also. So we have thumb, pointer, middle, ring, pinky. And I like to just make sure that I have everything set up before I actually start applying. Okay, I think I did 6.5 for this one, but it should work anyway. Clearly I was rushing. All right, so my nails are a disaster, a catastrophe, terrible. I've picked them down, I've ripped off my nails, my cuticles are a disaster. It's not looking very nice over here. So let's fix that. I'm going to get a nail file first, and I'm just going to file my nails. You can use a softer grit file than this. I'm just going to use what I have. I'm just going to file down the edge of my nails here to make them relatively even. You don't have to do this. I know some people like to keep their length underneath their press-ons. I just like them to all grow out evenly. And if I don't do this, then they don't grow out evenly, and that kind of bothers me. So we're just filing away here. Okay. Hi guys. Oh my gosh, my phone stand almost fell over. We're really like improvising here with the phone stand here because I have not got a proper nail stand. Hi Raven. Okay, we're filing. This is like girl time, girl chat. Look, okay, so one, I ripped down this nail really far. And two, there's a bruise on the free edge because I was wearing a medium and I whacked it. And that's what a nail plate bruise looks like. It's only temporary until the nail grows out. It'll go away. So if you ever see that, it's not a huge deal, but just a little heads up. Nails by the gods, hi. Hello, hello. Oh, it looks painful. It actually looks painful. It hurt in the moment, but it doesn't hurt now. It's definitely subsided, thankfully. Although it kind of happens when I go from either not wearing nails to wearing like a medium, and then I don't know how long my nails actually are, and oh, my dog in the background, and I'm sorry, there's just nothing I can do about it. Hi guys. Hello, my Italian friend over here on the other side of the continent with me. Okay, I'm gonna wipe off that dust with some alcohol, clean off my nails. Ideally, you don't want to wash your hands before because you don't want your nails to be wet. Not if you're using liquid glue, not if you're using glue tabs, you don't want them to be wet just because the moisture will get stuck under the glue and your nail plate will expand, and you also have like moisture trapped underneath there, which can cause lifting, so you just don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm trimming my dead skin, cuticle, whatever you prefer to call it. I know that there are lots of technical terms for it, but not everybody knows the technical terms, so we're going to stick with the cuticle area because everybody knows what that is. Okay, and I'm just trimming up any extra dead skin. If you're not comfortable with this, you can totally skip this. This is like not mandatory. Hi guys, hello, hello, hello. This is not mandatory by any means, just personal preference. I know some people are not comfortable with it, but if you are, now is the time to do it. What angles are we getting here? Not great ones. It's hard to do this on my non-dominant hand. My dog is also biting my foot. Oh my goodness. What are we gonna do with him? And I've pushed back the cuticles already on some of these. That's why I'm able to see what needs to be removed, what doesn't. These are actually brand new nippers, so they are super, super sharp. Okay, getting into it here. Make sure to turn your hands to different angles so you can get the ideal angle for trimming. You never want to take off too much. You never want to remove what shouldn't be removed. God, my nails are in a horrific state. Really not nice right now. I can't believe I'm even showing you guys this. It's like not good. This is what happens when you don't use cuticle oil. You've been moving. You've been using your nails as tools. You've been ripping off your nails. And all the stuff you're not supposed to do. So, glad we're here doing this right now. Hi, Sammy. Cleaning them dust makes the application more natural, though. I agree, but I never want to push anyone to do it just because I know people aren't comfortable with it. And if you take away too much, it can really damage your nails. So only do this if you're comfortable, or if you're a pro. Hi, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm sure that that's most of us artists. Yeah. No lies over here because you know, I'll just tell you how it is. My hands are a disaster. Also the puppy bites, like the scars, the cuts, not nice. The nails won't last as long. That's why we have girls telling them not to pull them off. Yeah, it's a whole cascade of not good stuff. When you rip off your nails, they look like shit, they're sensitive, and then, like Jenny said, they don't stay. Yeah, me too, honestly. I think anybody who thought using an e-file or cuticle nippers was going to be easy has definitely had some like trauma of cutting themselves too deep or messing up their nails, for sure. I know I did in the beginning too. But if you're very careful with it and they're very sharp, you can do it very safely. So, you know, you can, I don't want to scare you if you want to start doing it, but just like, I would maybe recommend going to get like a manicure and watch them do it, watch a professional do it, you know, see how they're doing it, learn from that. Okay, yeah, but at least my cuticles are gone. I'm lucky that I don't need to do this because those nippers freak me out. Well, one last step for you. I am glad. Okay, the lupo hairs are getting out of control right now. I need to wipe down my desk. So you can use your metal cuticle pusher. Use it before the nippers, but I'm just going to use it after just to do one last push back and clean up of the nail to make sure, you know, I'm giving myself as much nail real estate as possible so that my press-ons have enough room to adhere. Oh my God, my thumbs are the worst. I think those are the worst nails. As much room as possible to adhere the nail. And then I'm gonna take my buffer. There's a more gritty side and then a softer side to it, so you can pick and choose. I would recommend just going with the softer side. You don't need the super harsh grit on your natural nail. Like, we're not trying to dig into our nails here, we're just trying to remove the shine. So you see, buffed, not buffed. So you don't need to go super crazy. I'm not spending like 5 minutes here buffing my nails, just getting the sides around the cuticle in case there's any leftover buildup. If there's any leftover glue on the nail, you want to do this too. Make sure you get any glue residue off the nail before applying, because not only will it not stick as well, the thickness of the extra glue on the natural nail will make the press-on sit above the nail. It won't look very nice. Hi to everybody else who's just joining me. We're just gonna apply my Valentine's Day set. Sammy said the little yap. Yeah, he's yelling at me because he wants attention and he wants to sit on my lap while I'm doing this, but then he'll like try and eat stuff on my desk. So he's just gotta learn. So I'm just going over it. Again, I'm not really pushing that hard. I'm just lightly trying to remove the shine. This helps to get off any surface oil, extra buildup, and gives a little bit of texture so that the press-ons have something to stick to. Now, you can etch the inside of your press-on if you want. You could take this buffer and like buff the inside of it to give it texture, but I'm not going to. I've never done that. I don't know, it's just really personal preference. I don't feel that it's super necessary or makes all of the difference. Now you want to take your micro swab, one last step, and go around the sidewalls of your nail, cuticle area with the cleaner just to get rid of any dust or buildup. Your prep sets also come with an eyelash spoolie, which will help you do this also, that you can dip in alcohol or use with your alcohol wipe. But I don't have those spoolies with me right now, so we're using these little wipes here. You could also just use a regular wipe. These are really, really inexpensive. I got these for a pack of like 200 on Temu. Super affordable. Good to have for cleanup too. They make great cleanup tools. Just a little heads up on that one. Okay, now here's the trick that you want to do before you actually glue on your nails. One, you want to make sure that you're applying the right size. So check the back. You can see there will be a little number in the center. right there, or at the tip of the nail, depending on what brand it is. And then you're gonna want to just like fit it and make sure that it looks good, that you don't need to file the cuticle area, that you don't need to file the sidewalls or anything, just to make sure that it fits as natural as possible. And I'd recommend doing that with all 10 nails first. Okay, looks good. I mean, I know this shape, I know my nails, I don't have to do this, except for the ring finger, which I do like to narrow in a little bit on the side up here. So I just go like this with the buffer, since I don't need to remove a lot. But if you have more like triangular shaped cuticle areas, or like inverted nail shape, or even flat cuticles, you might want to do this step. Might help it fit much better. Can I do 2 5.5s? I did a 5 and a 5.5. What is wrong with me? Obviously, I was rushing. Can you tell? All right, so what are we gonna do here? We're gonna go like this, 5.5, and a 5. We'll do that. I don't know. I like just threw this together because I was like, I can't have bare nails for any longer, and obviously Valentine's Day is coming up, so I need to get myself together. And I wanted to take a cute nail picture if possible. So I'm also just bringing my nails closer to my face so I can see if I missed anything. That's why I'm out of frame right now. Sorry, guys. I also posted a reel today on some more application tips. So I felt like this was an appropriate reel to do in conjunction with that live. All right, now we need nail glue. I'm gonna be using my favorite, my OG, Macart. I don't use anything crazy. I don't use anything fancy. This is what I use. This is what I send to all of my customers. This is what I've always used. Sammy said, what do you recommend for people who have super arches, apex, arch shape, sizing goes? Wait, super flat or super arch nails? If you have super arch nails, you might want to get the sculpted ones. But I can say over like the almost 3,000 people I've had order from me, that maybe 5 people have needed sculpted nail tips. You can always pinch the nail a little bit to make it fit better, or you can flatten it out a bit to make it fit better as well, since they are, you know, flexible. Most of the time they should be flexible. They also make Super Bond, Dashing Diva Super Bond glue, which is in a hot pink tube. You can find it on Amazon, dashingdiva.com, or Sally Beauty Supply. It's in like a, wait, I actually have the bottle. Hold on, I'm lying. I thought I didn't have it. This glue right here is a thick glue. Hold on, let me show you the consistency. How am I gonna do this? I'm gonna show you on this glue lid right here. Can you guys see this? Hold on. Okay, so, oh my gosh, that hairball. I'm gonna apply a line of this glue here. So this is what I recommend for flat nail beds. And then this is regular liquid glue here. Hold on, can you guys see the difference? So do you see how the liquid glue like runs like water, and then the Fast Bond Dashing Diva stays exactly where I put it? So that's the difference. It like, the Fast Bond acts as like an air dry gel almost to fill any gaps. It's also extremely, extremely strong. You do not need a lot of it. Just a warning, because I've had some people use it before and they're like, my nails have stayed on for 3 weeks, what do I do? Like, well, it's meant to last a long, 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 long time. Okay, wait, Sammy said, Arch, I use natural tips, but I've had a handful of people have issues because such curved nail beds. You could always look at getting the sculpted tips if you find that that's a problem for some of your customers. You could always do that. That's usually the best method. Yes, this nail glue is the best. I know it is. And it also matches my branding, so I think that is why I've also stayed with it for so long. Okay, I'm going to leave this glue out here so you guys can see it in case you need it. Since we are gluing, if you are a messy gluer, okay, because you're not supposed to get this on your skin. I don't want you guys to be gluing your fingers together. have some acetone nearby, 100% acetone, and a wipe, because as soon as you get glue on your fingers or your skin or the nail, wipe it off with acetone as soon as possible. Okay, it's not gonna harm the nail, it's not gonna take off the gel. Don't worry, a simple wipe with acetone is not gonna harm them. It's just gonna remove that glue before it dries on the nail, essentially. The Opry sculpted tips fit me perfectly. Yeah, they might really work. For most people, they don't work since they are really painful, because the sculpted, the sides will like dig into their nails, and the apex won't be filled in with regular glue unless you're using this. So that's why I don't use sculpted tips. I'm trying to avoid looking like little elephant toes. Is there a shape that you find best for very short nail beds? Trying to avoid looking like little elephant toes. Andrea. Okay, I know you have your super short round, but you want a little bit of length. Is that what you would prefer? You could always try the extra short round shape. That might be too much length for you though. We can chat. If you want to message me, we can chat. tnail.co said, what gel do you recommend for white French? If you like gel paint, the SV white gel paint is perfect. You could also use the Madame Glam Perfect White for a gel polish if you like a gel polish. Those are usually my two go-to. How are you liking the Press Off by Carol? I'm thinking about ordering it. Oh yeah, you need to order it if you haven't ordered it. I like it a lot. Honestly, I use it when the set is really stuck on, especially for my thumbs. I even gifted a bottle to my friend and she uses it. The only thing is that you need to make sure that you wash your hands like immediately after you get it on your skin and the nails, just to remove any extra residue, so that it doesn't continue to like break down on your skin, or because it like dissolves the glue, so you don't want that dissolved residue on your skin and your hands. So just make sure you wash your hands really well and wash the press-ons before anything else. Okay, I'm gonna just double, triple check these again, since I was obviously sleeping when I made nails for myself. Okay, we should be good. I think we're okay. I think I didn't do too bad. All right. There we go. Yes. Okay. We'll chat. Don't worry. All right. I always start with my pinky and then work my way to the thumbs, because if you start with the thumbs, you're going to be pressing the other nails down, and then the pressure, if the glue isn't fully dry, is going to make the nails pop off on the thumb. So I always start with the pinky and work to the thumb. And I want these nails to last like at least 10 days, 7 days. So this is my prep for that. You could do way less prep. Like you could skip the buffing and the dehydrating to make them last about 5 days. And this is all the glue that I use. Okay, that's all the glue I use. I just move it around so that it covers the whole nail, and I don't get too close to the cuticle area. Okay, kind of leave a little gap without getting super close, because I don't want to flood the cuticle. And then I'm going to start at the cuticle area and push down and out and rotate pressure. Okay, you don't need to press like the Hulk. Your life does not depend on this, you know. Just rotating even pressure for 30 to 45 seconds. You need to hold longer though if you're using this glue, okay? You need to hold a lot longer. This takes a lot longer to air dry. Both of these are air dry glues. If it's glue, it should only be referring to air dry. If you see gel glue, that means UV cured, and you should not be using that, okay? There's a lot of weird, crazy marketing terms thrown around there, but it should only be air dry glue that you're using. Hi, Rebecca, how are you? So I hope that settles any confusion. Okay, I'm gonna go on to the next nail. Again, just one drop of glue in the center, spread it around, not getting too close to the cuticle area. Okay, and then taking your nail, again, make sure that it's straight. So if you need to like position your hand a little bit to make sure that it's straight, and then go ahead and hold pressure. Oh my goodness, this dog today, he's been driving me nuts. He must want to come and do nail sets with me. What do we think? Should we put him to work? I saw a TikTok and the girl was touching the UV gel glue. Oh dear Lord. That is really bad. There's honestly nothing more infuriating to me than when they marketed gel glue, because it's like such a contradictory statement, and nothing is more confusing to a consumer, especially if you don't know what you're looking for. I've had quite a few customers message me saying like, oh, I should use the UV cured one with your nails. And I'm like, no, please don't do that. Because like, for example, if I were to use a gel to cure this set down, I would have a really hard time doing that because these nails are too opaque, right? The UV cannot cure fully through the gel because it's too opaque. And when the gel is not fully cured, you run the risk of allergies, dermatitis, bacteria growth underneath, a whole bunch of like really not fun things that we try to avoid. And gel allergies can be extremely detrimental. So please only use an air dry glue. It can be so dangerous. Yeah, mega. Let's see the doggies. Okay, maybe at the end I'll bring them on. What shape and length are these? These are short round. These are one of my best selling nail shapes, if you can believe it, for 3 years running now. Guys, mid-end of February will mark 3 years of VDAY Chloe nails. I cannot even believe it, how fast time has flown. Okay, and also I have not got glue on my nails at all. Okay, I have not got glue on my skin, but I use just enough where it's gonna seal the nails down fully without getting glue on my skin, because you don't want glue on your skin or on the nail. So I'm just pressing down. What do we think of this base color? Do we like it? I've never used this base color before. It's from SV. Yes, they are the Opry ones. The Opry Natural Short Round. Here's the box that I used. This is the shape that we're using. Okay, pressing them down. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you like them. They are, yes, basic, but, you know, sometimes simple and basic gets the job done. Okay, I picked up the dog because can't stand the barking. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I'm glad you like them. You know, after making so many nail sets and seeing so much nail content online, sometimes it's overwhelming to make myself a set, and I just need them done. Like, I just need them finished, I just need them done. And I also, honestly, I don't want to spend 2 hours making myself a nail set. Like, I just would rather, like, take a nap or do, like, administrative work or go on Instagram or do something else after making nails all week. I think this year I'm gonna probably start ordering nail sets, like, from my friends and other artists that I can wear, just because I think that'll be fun to get nails from other people and friends, and also have like a nail collection other than my own for myself. So my thumbs are a little extra flat, so I make sure to hold them really well, rotate pressure. Here comes the dog, trying to eat the stuff. Lupo! Yes, I was thinking the same. Sorry, I was trying to make sure I read a comment. You're so mean. I'll do for content, and for me now I'm like, okay, I would love to buy nails from everybody. I think about that all the time. From my friends especially, I'm like, oh my god, I want that set. I wish that was mine. Anybody else do that while they're scrolling on Instagram? I think about that all the time. Like, yes, I could make them, obviously, but it's way more fun to buy them from somebody, no? I actually really like this base color, I think. It looks really cute. Guys, wait. I will buy them. I don't want you to just make them for me. I will buy them from you. I don't want you to just make them for me. How long do these press-ons last on you? The way I apply them, they usually last I have oily nail beds too. I usually get about 10 to 13 days out of my nails, but I do like to change them really often, which is bad. So sometimes I rip them off before they're ready. Don't tell anyone, but yikes. Yes, I save them in a collection and try and find them later. Same, my saved folders are ridiculous. Okay, thanks. This is the color again. It's Orchid from SV. Here's the color in the bottle if you want to see it. It looks way more pink on camera. It's definitely more purple. If you guys want, you can use my code ByChloe10. That'll get you 10% off your whole order. They do ship internationally, so you can always order it internationally. Okay, I'm gonna wipe my other hand down now because I have really, really oily nails, so they've already gotten oily again. So wiping them down again with rubbing alcohol to make sure they're nice and dry and clean. I tried to organize my saved folder last weekend and had a breakdown. Yeah. I'm proud that you even attempted it, but there's no way to organize that chaos. It's just meant to be chaos. I also find that I have like food videos saved in there too. Okay, hold on. I have like a chunk of dried glue on this nail. If that ever happens, try and wipe it off of the nail. You don't want to apply it on because then it'll be like thick and gross. Because you want them to be as thin to the nail as possible. Wait, hold on. I literally rip them off in the shower. Sometimes it helps them to come off after 2 weeks. I do like to take them off after a warm shower too. I definitely feel like it helps them come off easier. Okay, again, we're applying pressure. Okay. Rotating. This is my non-dominant hand now, so you guys will see how that goes. A little crooked, but that's okay. I'm just watching videos from your press-on nail. Oh my gosh! Did you catch? Oh wait, I have to update today's. My brain is going blank. Q&A session. That'll be up after this. I'm gonna upload it, so you can watch that too. All the badass nailers, we don't remove them the way we preach removal. Yeah, Lauren, you got me there for sure. I'm about to buy a set of all new nails so we can find the right ones for my sister's wedding. Oh, let me know if you need help. I can always send you some swatches too if you prefer that. All right, let's do the other one. Okay, spread it around. Don't use too much. Less is more when it comes to the glue, okay? Because you do not want glue all in your cuticles, on the sides. It's yuck, it's gross, it's uncomfortable, they look crusty. You also don't want the glue touching your skin. The glue is not meant to go on your skin. It's meant to go on your nails. Okay. If you ever feel like you applied too much, quickly take your little micro swab and wipe some off before it dries. I'm trying to make sure I don't have fuzz on these nails. Oh my gosh. Okay, push lightly back into the cuticle, not super strong. You don't need to go super strong. I love your job. I wish to be like you one day. You're an inspiration. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Hold on. Okay. Make sure this one fits nice and snug. That one's also a little crooked, but that's okay. I've never heard about sending swatches out. I love it, like through pictures, right? I do that, or if you want actual nail swatches, I'm happy to send them with your order for next time or with a sizing kit. You guys can ask. This is customizable for you. I do pictures, but for weddings it'd be cool on nails. Yeah, or sometimes people just like to have extra swatches, like if they decide to switch a color or do something different. Sometimes they'll request a few nails. Let's get this one on straight, shall we? rotate. This is really key because you don't want any nail bubbles stuck underneath your nail. If there is an air bubble, did I say nail bubble? I meant air bubble. If there is an air bubble trapped underneath your nail, the potential for water and soap and oil or dust can get underneath there and pop the nail off before it's time. And you can also, like, it just won't stick fully, won't adhere down. Okay, I'm gonna flatten this cuticle area actually. So here I'm just gonna take my file and file it flat. No, this is not gonna ruin your press-on nail. Please don't listen to people who say that. Okay, fits so much better that way. Feels more comfortable. Oh geez, sorry, I missed all the nails. Missed all the questions. My nail beds are dry. They're also thin and flexible. My problem isn't lasting, it's getting them off. Ugh, I wish I had that problem. How much would you charge per nail swap? It depends on how many they want. Nail swatch, I can't read tonight. Depends on how many they want. Usually I charge like, I don't know, maybe $1 or $2 per nail. Just depends really. Usually if they're ordering a big order, I'll just throw them in for free as a nice gesture. But you know, if they want like 20 nail swatches, then that's kind of a different story, because that's like double, that's 2 full sets technically, equivalent. All right, pressing this down, rotating, 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 and we're done. This took me about 110 times longer than it normally would if I wasn't doing a live and wasn't walking you through it, but this is fun. I'm glad so many of you were able to watch. Just gonna finish pressing this one down. This one feels like I didn't add enough glue. Yep. Okay, hold on. We have an important issue here that we're gonna talk about. So I did not apply enough glue on that side and it didn't fully adhere because it didn't press down on that side enough. So if that ever happens to you and you feel like it's not fully adhered, okay? Bye Jenny, have a good day. If it's not fully adhered, just start over, okay? Buff it off. Buff, buff, buff it off. Not a big deal. Better you catch it now. Okay. Check the back of the nail if you have any large amounts of glue. Then clean your nail off again and just reapply. Have you tried a glue off solution? I have tried many of them, but the only one I would recommend that works is the press off removal from Color Me Carol Nails, because it doesn't have acetone in it. You want to avoid the ones that have acetone in it, because that will eventually eat away at the press on and then it won't be reusable, and that kind of defeats the whole point, right? Okay, we're trying this again. Add a little bit more glue this time. Make sure I get it to the corner. I obviously did not do that last time. And then I'm gonna make sure I pulled the skin down the tip of my nail so that doesn't press the nail up and off. And then make sure I press down and out away on the nail and rotate so that it fully adheres, okay? We're pressing, pressing, pressing. Guys, we're just coming to the end of this live, finishing up this set. Ooh, that's a good question. Why did you do press-ons instead of being a travel nail tech? I didn't like it. I didn't like being a nail tech, I gotta be honest. It was not for me. I didn't like traveling. I didn't like that I couldn't set my own hours. I found it really hard to multitask with people, having to hold a conversation, having to be in other people's homes. It just wasn't for me, but I still wanted to do something in nails. So this is where we ended up. And here we are 3 years later. I'm just filing the tips. If there's any glue on the edge. Or if you want to make them a little less sharp or rounded, whatever. What do we think? Hold on, let me give you guys a better view. Let me move my camera off the stand. Cute. This is the base color we went with. This is one layer of orchid from SV. Thanks. I get them from Amazon. There really are so many advantages for press-ons. You're so right. Not only for the user, but also for the artist. Like, how could you not love sitting at your own desk, doing your own thing? Thanks, Sammy. I'm glad you like them. Basic as anything, but you know, sometimes you just gotta get the job done. All right, I'm gonna wait at least a half hour before I wash my hands or apply any cuticle oil, but I am going to wipe down my nails with alcohol to make sure they clean off any glue or residue and clean the nail. What are your favorite brands for nude polish? Ooh, 100% SV. Hands down the best for nude. I'm finding it hard to do people's nails within an hour or two. Oh, girl, it used to take me like 4-5 hours to do people's actual nails. So that was also another factor. It was just, I was miserable. I hated it. It was terrible. I did not enjoy it. So I had to pivot pretty quickly. Where's my glue top here? 3 hours, my hands are starting to hurt. Yeah, it is really physical on your wrists, on your hands, on your back. It's uncomfortable. I don't blame you. Oh God, what did I do? Get glue stuck to this? Oops. At least that's on my silicone mat. All right, guys, if you would like to place an order, feel free to DM me or order through email or grab your sizing kit directly on the website. And if you need help with starting your press-on business or tips or products or things like that, you can check out all of my educational info in the link in my bio or on my website or on my Press-on Academy or at Nail Know-How, or just send me a message and I'm happy to help. Bye everyone. Thanks for being here. Have a great night. Bye.